that's going down out there. The ETS here behind and it actually has a air to water heat exchanger. So there's a fan blowing over all those bricks and it exchanges it into the water actually. It's a little different way of doing it. So we can inject hotter water when we need it to try to keep the temperature in the loop around, like Dan said, 35 or so. So all this water goes to up above Ted's head is a small water to air unit that has a compressor in it. I don't know if you can read that, Ted, that's probably only about a 1.5 ton unit, something like that serves the offices. So we have 4 of those, like Dan mentioned, and then we have 2 of these bigger package heat recovery air handlers. And I don't dare open the door while they're operating, but there are 2 compressors in each of those. There's an energy recovery wheel to do some outside air tempering. And then there's also, because the planetarium has some very strict temperature and humidity levels it needs to be maintained. That dome is very thin aluminum, so if you change temperatures too fast, have too much humidity, the dome can actually buckle and creak and groan, and we don't want to have to replace one of those domes. So it has a cooling coil with refrigerant, and it also has a dehumidification reheat after it. So we can do plenty of dehumidification, make sure it's dry, excuse me, dry in there. So both of them are the same size unit. One does the planetarium, one does the classroom and the lobby area where we all were congregating before we came up here.
This job, and it's been a great project so far. I just want to point out that we're actually on the 2nd story currently. This is not where we typically put mechanical rooms to all young engineers. You try to fit these things in where you can. What we discovered is once we had the planetarium laid out, we're going to have to add building area if we put the mechanical room on the 1st floor. And that cost was not acceptable to us. It was cheaper to go up, if you can follow that. Same roof, just a little more wall space. So, although this is kind of an unusual place, and yes, we have a ladder and it can be different things in, we have a roof hatch over here. If I got anything really big, I can crane it onto the roof and bring it in through here. And then secondly, I just want, these are nuances as we go into consulting, this is a very generous mechanical room. This is huge to our shop. We have professionals, tradesmen who work in here. They have this much room with this kind of light. I know it's still a little cramped in places, but other good nuances are a separate
air handler like that, about a size smaller, that was supposed to be right about here. At which point this room was a whole lot tighter. There's nothing up there, so there was actually a lot of time spent making sure that in itself was quite a bit of work.
Which side is the pump set?
So this way they alternate. Somewhere around 28 degrees or so. So that's a whole lot of
What the heck do you guys think will work for this? What am I doing?
You're not going to like it. Oh yeah, 250.
No, 95.
Oh yeah, 95 pounds.
NASA and Florida Space Camp. Oh wow, that's hardcore space camp.
Yeah.